What is up, guys? Norse Digital Assets coming at you with another video. In this video, we're going to cover Bitcoin and the market overall, and I'm going to show you real quick. This is going to be a quicker video. I'm going to show you real quick how Bitcoin could go over $60,000 in its next impulsive move up. So I'm going to break that down very simply. If you are serious about crypto and making money in crypto, and we are looking to make 7 figures in cryptocurrency in the coming months and years, click subscribe down here in the bottom right hand corner, click my logo, click subscribe, or click subscribe below like normal. We cover 25 plus assets on this YouTube channel. So follow me on Twitter, subscribe below, dive into Bitcoin. So if you've been following the channel so far, and especially the Bitcoin videos lately, I'll break this down real quick, okay? Corrective pattern in a bull market. We're doing the exact same pattern. We have been forming that exact same pattern for quite some time now, since, back in October, okay? Corrective pattern of a bull market until we lose this low here and actually break down, which we haven't. There's no confirmed bear market anything for Bitcoin, and those people as of right now are simply wrong until you actually lose that low, and we haven't. Okay, so it's a little messy here. Let's clean that up. So when we rolled down, we had this horizontal, but we were falling through this wedge here, and we finally hit and bottomed out. It's kind of a triple bottom, and we made that movement up, which was very nice. Okay, so what am I seeing here is we are doing that exact same thing. I've copied the bars pattern. We'll do that again real quick just for fun here. And I've copied this pattern from here to here roughly, and we drag it over and we set it there. And it looks something like that if you follow that pattern, where there's one more little hump towards 40,000, and then you found that bottom and continuation on. So that's the way I'm seeing it. Right now though, if we zoom in and we actually take a look here, what I believe is happening is we're going to continue to fall through this channel like we are. We're trying to get that. We have that first hump. We're trying to get that second little hump here. And remember that this second little hump is not going to be another shoulder. You have this giant shoulder, you have this giant head. This little thing here is not going to be the right shoulder. The right shoulder would look more like this or something like this, okay? So that's what we don't want. What we're trying to get is that little bounce there and find that bottom. And how I see this right now, and I don't like to predict time on this channel, because trying to predict time and predict prices at the same time, I mean, it's a little much, to be honest. But I will say, if we do have this little roll here, we are in this channel. You came out of this channel and came back into it just like last time. You're falling through it. But what's going to save us here on the support level here is this low and these wicks that have already done it before, and this wick that didn't even have to reach all the way to it. But that support level there is what is going to help us here. So if you do stay in this channel, and if you do bounce off that support line, it's going to be roughly right here, which is February 1st. Okay, so not trying to predict time, but that's possible that's an important date that we roll through this channel and we find it somewhere in here, and that's when we start to move up. Where would we move if we get that big bounce and the bull run continues? It resumes where it left off when it was coming up through here, okay? Where? Well, watch this real quick, okay? And also look at the VPVR here. Let me cover that really quick. This acts as resistance, but also as support. So if you come above this, this can act as support and hold you up. But when you're trying to come up, it can act as resistance and reject you. This is the visible range, and this has to do with volume on these sidebars here, okay? So this February 1st I was talking about right here, okay? Look at this mass right here. Look at that. So even if you're falling here, that's where you're going to try to get the bounce. So you roll and you're going to try to get the bounce there. And look at that. Look at that massive hump right there. It would be hard to just fall through all that. And I don't expect we are, because I think this is a corrective phase of the bull market, just like this is here. So very interesting stuff there. February 1st could be important, and that is what I am seeing. But where are we going to go when we get that bounce? If we do, around February 1st, give or take. So real quick, we'll just break this down. So on these movements here, let's see here. So if you stretch the fib out here and you set it right there, okay, you have this low and this high for the fib, and you go right to the 1618, a hair past, okay? Which was that dollar amount, okay? So we're just going to do that again. If you do that again over right here, okay, here and here, okay, all that is we have this low, we have this local high, and you went through the 1618, came back down, tried to find support, came up. This one right here, if I zoom in, clearly you can see that when it came down and tried to find support on the 1618, it fell through the 1618, and that's the start of that roll there, okay? So the 1618 is just a very important target that is met very frequently. I showed you that with it right here. And I am not a fan of, I don't own any GameStop, or I don't mess around with GameStop. But something interesting about GameStop is GameStop, if I pull the fib on the GameStop chart, exactly what it did when it exploded, it went exactly to the 1618. I just did that the other day, so that was pretty interesting. But it's a very important number, just like here, when you had this local low and this local high, when you move up, you came right to the 1618, okay? So that's that price target. So where are we gonna go after February 1st, possibly with this bounce, if that happens again? So this is that little bit of price prediction that I was kind of talking about. If you just use the 1618 here, 1618 and the 618 are both very important. So if I set this here and I set this right about there, okay, and all that is local low, local high, that pattern, and 1618, $61,881 on that next impulsive move up. So possibly you can get the bounce here, start to come through these fib levels, and go to 61,881. Don't know when, don't know how long that would take, but that is possible. This is a possible bounce scenario. We will look at one other thing really quick that will add to the bullish case here, hopefully. Haven't looked at this chart for a second. Okay, yes, on the daily, the DXY is about to have this bearish cross, death cross looking thing. The 20 coming over the 55. It showed a little bit of green strength here, but I don't think that's going to save it, because it's going to come up, hit the red line, the 55 EMA, and get kind of rejected on it, and that'll contribute to this green line still coming down, okay? So if we go to the weekly, like I said, it was overextended with this giant pocket, and it was floating up here way above the 20 EMA, and it's going to probably come back down, and it could definitely roll down to the 55 EMA for support, the red line, like it does all the time. Here, 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 here. It comes down to the 55 for support, okay? So if it did that on the daily, it would look like this. Let's go back to the daily, and I've shown this before. That's what it would look like. You're coming down on the daily, and you start to get stuck in here. So that's the kind of drop we're looking at for the DXY. The point of it is this DXY moves inversely. It's the dollar currency index. It's inversely correlated to the Bitcoin. Bitcoin is priced in the dollar, so it only makes sense. And these charts do move opposite of each other, and it was a little overheated on the weekly. So all good stuff for Bitcoin, okay? Let's go back to the Bitcoin chart, and here we are. There we are, 42,201 with a possible target of around $60,000, 61,881. Later in this impulsive move, let's see what happens around February 1st. Let's see what happens if any of this pattern I have plays out. Let's see if that bars pattern that I copied, let's see if that plays out at all here. Let's see if any of that happens, and I believe there is a good chance that it could. We'll see. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't predict everything, but I'm trying my best so it would look something like this possibly, okay? So we will see what happens moving forward, but that's just an outlook on Bitcoin. Bullish, bullish, bullish. If you don't have any cryptocurrency, I believe you are missing the opportunity of a lifetime, especially when you zoom out to 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. If you do not own any cryptocurrency at all, whether it's Bitcoin or all these different altcoins, I believe you are missing the opportunity of a lifetime. Anyways, that is going to be it for this video, guys. Smash up the like button, subscribe below. I'm going to release some more videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.